What's up, guys? It is Colt from the Tech Reviewer, and today we're going to take a quick look at the OtterBox Defender series for the iPhone 6 Plus, which retails for just under $70 via the OtterBox website. The iPhone 6 Plus version follows the same three-piece design as previous generations, besides the obvious increase in size. The three pieces are made up of two internal plastic components with a synthetic rubber slipcover on the exterior. With this type of design, you get a full 360-degree protection, but I've never been a huge fan because you get a lot of added bulkiness and weight. With the larger footprint of the iPhone 6 Plus, the screen is more likely to break when accidentally dropped. The Defender series will do an excellent job to protect your phone against most drops and falls, but unlike some of the more rugged options, there is no waterproof protection. Besides the protective benefits, you get an integrated non-adhesive screen protector, access to all the necessary iPhone buttons, ports, and cameras, with the exception of the SIM card tray, and an optional belt holster that also doubles as a tabletop stand. Again, the protection benefits of this case are astounding, but besides that, the real-world use is far from perfect. The bulkiness makes it much more difficult to use the iPhone 6 Plus one-handed, which is already difficult on itself. The synthetic rubber grip cover does make it easier to grip in your hand than the naked iPhone back, but at the same time, the added bulk just makes it that much harder to reach each sides of the screen with a single hand. A big concern that many iPhone 6 Plus buyers had was whether the iPhone would fit in your pocket with the increased size. Well, when you add a Defender series to this, already big device, it does make it that much more difficult to put it into tighter pockets, and it also makes it much more noticeable from an outside perspective when you have a large device in your pocket that has such a bulky case. It's not a look a lot of people would like, and I don't really like it for this reason. You can use the included belt clip holster, but honestly, I'm not a huge fan of this type of thing. I guess in a business setting, if you have a suit coat or something that can cover over it, it makes a lot of sense, but I'm not one to rock this in public unless I have some way of covering it up. So a couple more things to note about the real-world performance. First off, the call quality with this case. I know in the past when I've used certain life-proof products and other waterproof cases, I've had issues in terms of degradation of the call quality. And in this case, I'm happy to report that the Defender series passed with flying colors. I had absolutely no issues in terms of people hearing me or me hearing my recipient on the phone call as well. So I wouldn't worry about that in terms of a performance aspect. Now, earlier I talked about the ports and the buttons being accessible through the case minus the SIM card tray. And something I do want to touch on is that if you are using a third-party lightning cable or some sort of docking station for your phone right now, this case will likely make it so you cannot use those accessories because the actual fold-out tabs that actually give you access to the lightning port are somewhat tight. I mean, they'll fit the standard Apple cable without issue, and they will fit some third-party accessories, but there's no way you're going to be able to use this case and use a docking accessory unless you remove the case first. I know this type of thing is also a concern with the Headphone Jack because a lot of third-party cases that are, rugged like this will not give you too much room for an aftermarket accessory or aftermarket headphone pair that has a larger 3.5mm jack. In this case, for my testing, I haven't found any issues. Even with the case equipped, I've been able to plug in some really thick aftermarket headphones that I would have thought wouldn't have been able to been used. So I wouldn't worry about that too much, but it definitely, in terms of the lightning port, it is a tight fit. So now coming to the biggest issue with the OtterBox Defender series for the iPhone 6 Plus. I've used many Defender series cases in the past for, previous iPhone generations, and I've always liked how the integrated screen protector sat flush on the screen, and it didn't degrade the performance of the touchscreen in any way. Now, when I equipped the 6 Plus version for the first time, I was really surprised to see that there was a noticeable gap in between the touchscreen and the screen protector. Now, this makes for, a less than ideal experience because when you're typing, you're swiping, you're clicking on links, things like that, you don't get that automatic instant response like you expect. And sometimes it takes the extra effort of clicking a few times to, trigger whatever you're looking to on the screen, which is, not something that I'm looking for when I'm using a case. Now, again, my review is based solely off my review unit that was sent to me from OtterBox. So, this type of issue may not be present on every case, but at the same time, when I did do some research to see if it is a widespread issue, it appears that on multiple different websites, there's been consumer reviews that have talked about the same issue. And if you read my full review, which I link to in the description below, you can kind of see some examples of that and a more in-depth, details about this issue. But I would say this is the largest downfall to the Defender series for the iPhone 6 Plus, and probably the main reason that I would not recommend it for everyone. So to wrap it up, the Defender series for the iPhone 6 Plus will protect your phone heavily, but at the expense of added bulk and a less than ideal typing experience due to a non-flush screen protector. So while this case may work for some users' needs, it won't for mine, and I will not be using it in the future as a daily driver for my iPhone. Something I want to mention real quick is if you are going to buy any OtterBox product, for example, this case, you do decide you want it, buy it straight from the source. Buy it straight from OtterBox.com. And the reason for this is there's so many counterfeits out there for both OtterBox and LifeProof products, and you can easily get ripped off. You think you're getting a deal because you're getting $10, $15, $20 off, but in reality, you're getting a fake case that will likely break down over time a lot quicker than an actual OtterBox case would. So for those of you that were prospective buyers of the OtterBox Defender series for the iPhone 6 Plus, and now you're hesitant to buy it, there are a few alternatives that may not give you the exact amount of protection, but they'll give you very comparable protection, and also in a slimmer profile without the issue of the screen protector problems. I'll post some links to them in the descriptions below, and as always, if you want to read the full review of the OtterBox Defender series for the iPhone 6 Plus, please visit our website and stay tuned for more content from us.